Hi, this is a video about my very favorite pre-loved bag purchase and which one is my favorite. I have purchased several bags pre-loved and this is my very favorite purchase. I've never had a problem with a pre-purchased bag or SLG and I've actually loved the process. I'll tell you more about that later, but basically this video is in response to a tag that was created by Ava in the City, and her tag was basically in support of Jerusha Couture and how she got some backlash for buying some pre-loved items. And Jerusha was very upset. She did not really want people to think that, you know, if they were searching and saving for their favorite item that maybe they couldn't purchase. It's like maybe it's a discontinued item or that's just how they could afford it by buying it pre-loved. She didn't want people to be discouraged from that just because it's pre-loved and the shame that she received on her videos for purchasing pre-loved. I have to insert in here that one of my favorite moments of all time was when I was watching a Jerusha Couture video and she and her mom were in her car driving to the mall, I believe, in Sydney, and they were chatting about me. I was being like Jen in Chicago because she and I had talked back and forth a lot and I had purchased a bag from her. So, and there was a problem with the shipping and so forth, and she and I were chatting a lot, and so we got to kind of know each other. And she and her mom were talking about Jen in Chicago, so it was so fun. So that was me, and that's like one of my little, you know, happy moments, and I'll insert that here.
Good size. I was a little bit wary there that it was the same size as my PM Neverfull, which I thought would have been ridiculous because I just sold my PM Neverfull to Jen.
I don't think there's...
Say hi, Jen,
Hi,
in
Jen.
Chicago.
Hi, Jen in Chicago. Oh, it must be freezing there, Jen. I bought today.
Freezing, Jen.
I bought some 100% merino, Australian merino
Told
wool
you merino.
thermals.
I told you it was merino thermals.
To take to
I
Japan
knew it.
in case it's nippy.
It will be nippy.
Maybe, Jen, I should have sent you some. I bet you
She's
Chicago.
now.
Chicago must be freezing
No,
still.
she's gonna go into spring and summer now.
I've been to Chicago, Jen.
Oh, we're having a chat to Jen. Anyway, so Jen has my Neverfull PM.
So I personally do not have a single problem with pre-loved. I actually almost prefer it, to be honest, especially after all the things I've been reading about all the fast fashion in the world that just ends up in a dump, and you know, it's just so many bad things having to do with that. And I really like the idea of simplifying. We do not need to keep, you know, purchasing new things all the time. Just try to find your favorites. I mean, I know I'm one that does purchase things all the time, I get that, but I try very, very hard to purchase things that I know I will love, I will use. If I do purchase it and I use it and I love it, it stays with me and I'm happy and I use it to, you know, to the end of time. If it's something that I buy and I use and it's not really for me, I make sure I find someone to pass it on to. That's just how it works for me, and I'm trying to do a whole lot more of that this year. It's kind of one of my 2017 things, is to simplify and get fewer things but better things so that they last me a long time. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. My very favorite pre-loved item that I ever purchased pre-loved has to be my Chanel Jumbo single flap. Now for this purchase, first of all, I did not really think I was a Chanel girl. It just wasn't something that was on my radar. I would see them and think they were beautiful, but I didn't really think that it was something that spoke to me necessarily, you know, that I really needed. And then as I saw more, and then as I learned more about the whole, you know, design house of Chanel and her story and stuff, it just sort of, you know, it got to me and got into me, and I thought, you know what, I would like one classic piece from Chanel. See how it goes. You don't know until you try, right? So I was saving and saving to find the perfect bag. And then in my research for the Chanel things, I thought, you know what? I know me, and I know that what will bother me and what won't after, you know, 75,000 bags that I've owned in my lifetime. And I really wanted the single flap. Now that's not to say there's anything wrong with the double flap. I can honestly say I might try one sometime, to be perfectly honest, because some of them don't come in single flap, so you don't have an option. And like some other bags I didn't think I'd like and I fell in love with, you never know until you try. But anyway, for my very first Chanel purchase, I was looking for a specific bag that was not sold new anymore. It had to be purchased on the pre-loved market. So I was searching specifically for a Chanel Jumbo single flap with the silver hardware in black caviar leather. I mean, it was that specific, and I was saving, and when I had the money all together, I knew the first one I saw in excellent condition, I would pick it up and give it a try. So that's exactly what I did. I purchased it from Fashionphile, which I am a huge fan of Fashionphile. I have purchased several things from them, and they have always been absolutely excellent in every way, shape, and form. So let's get on to the bag that I purchased. It came in excellent condition. That's how it was marketed, in excellent condition. And one thing I know about Fashionphile is if they say it's in excellent condition, that means brand spanking new. There isn't a darn thing unless they specifically say there's a tiny hairline scratch here or whatever that you can see. If they say it's very good condition, it's pretty much at the level that other people call excellent condition. So they almost downplay the great quality of their bags. Just keep that in mind. It came with the box. It came with the bag with the drawstring. And here she is. My beautiful, beautiful jumbo. The silver hardware. And the caviar leather in black. In excellent condition. Now, I've used this bag a ton since I purchased it. So anything that would maybe be, you know, some use or some wear on it would have come from me. But I still don't see anything wrong with it. It's absolutely perfect. It came with the authenticity card. Did I mention that? Which is in my package with the receipt. And I'm seriously, oh, I have paper in it. It is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous condition. Beautiful. It has this inside pocket here, slip pocket, and then it also has this zip pocket back here. It goes the entire length of the back down there. And as you all know, this fits a cell phone, at least a 6, I know, an iPhone 6 perfectly back here, and I do use it for that many times, and I have not found any stretching. But again, I'm one of those people that I want to use my bags. Having them sit on a shelf for me just doesn't really do it. They're beautiful, but I decided at this point in my life, not getting any younger, I want to use these things and just have them be very special bits of my day. So this is my bag, my pre-loved purchase. The handle still squeaks. Basically, when they're new, they squeak. The older they get, the less they squeak. And I am so, so happy, so pleased. Perfect purchase from them. Now, one thing about purchasing from Fashionphile, if you didn't already know this, but you may or may not, is if you purchase an item from them, they give you, I believe it's like three or 4 months. I'm not even sure. I haven't done this, but I know it's available to me. If you purchase something, many of their items, you can see they have a buyback policy. Not every single one, but most of them they do. And you purchase it for a certain price. You may use it and wear it for, I believe it's 4 months. If at the end of that 4 months, you decide you no longer want that item, they will buy it back from you. And they will already tell you the minute you purchase it how much that buyback price will be. So basically you kind of have a way of almost renting that bag, so to speak, if that's something that you want to do. You want to try something that you wouldn't normally have wanted to put the full money down and be stuck with. It's a way to know that you've got this time to try it, you've got this time to use it and love it, and Fashionphile will buy it back from you. I mean, it'll be less, of course, because you've used it for 4 months. But you have that guarantee and you know exactly how much it will be. So then you can take the difference, the money you'll get back at the end of the 4 months, divide that by 4, the 4 months you'll have it, and figure, okay, well, I can try this for, let's say, $200 a month, you know, for an example. And knowing that if you love it, you keep it. If you don't, you'll at least get that much money back, and you will have only spent the money that you spent during that time you rented it. So that is one really good thing about Fashionphile. Also, if you have bags you've not purchased from them, just regular things on your own, just snap them a picture or 2 or 3, send them the description, and they will get back to you within a few days, less than that, many times the same day, to tell you how much they will be happy to purchase it from you for. You know what I mean? Anyway, so many ways, in very many ways, they are very, very good to work with. I love them. I highly recommend them. And that's where I found this beautiful, beautiful bag, which I love because I can wear it shoulder strap. And the best part about it for me is that I can also wear it crossbody because the jumbo can do that. It can just go, the handle just goes right down in, and then it becomes a beautiful long-handled crossbody bag, which I do most of the time. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you, and I don't want anyone to feel bad about buying pre-loved. There's nothing bad to feel about it. Have you purchased a house pre-loved? Have you ever purchased a car pre-loved? You know, that word pre-loved kind of cracks me up. Used. It's a used car. It's a used house if it's not brand new to you. There are many high-ticket items, especially, and like Chanel, it is a high-ticket item. My first car, I think, cost less than this bag. It was a used car off a used car lot, and this is a used bag off a used bag lot, and I love them both. So anyway, kudos to Ava in the City for creating this tag, and kudos to Jerusha for being such a wonderful, wonderful person, and just for putting out there to the world that there's nothing wrong with pre-loved. It's actually quite excellent. So anyway, love you guys. Bye.